Giant Steps, Countdown, 26-2, Satellite. Mastering these tunes and a bunch of other fast ones with Coltrane changes are the bodybuilding of jazz. And just like muscle worship, the target audience for it is not exactly hot chicks. It's little jazz boys, the gays, and Redditors. Also, much like bodybuilding, it requires you to train in a very specific way and ingest an ungodly amount of empty musical calories so that you could string together long sets of almost meaningless patterns through random sounding changes using muscle memory. Going through this process will make you attractive to the world of jazz in a WWE kind of way. But at the end of the day, when you go through this process and then go to play some normal shit, you're just a dude who doesn't fit into a t-shirt anymore. And if you try to take any shortcuts at all, you'll end up shrinking your balls. So let's try to avoid all that and just learn harmony slowly. Namaste. So today we're just going to take giant steps and talk about it. The first thing you want to do is memorize the changes. Until you do that, it's all hopeless. So let's go through them. Now, what you want to do is the first layer of knowledge is chord solo in this one, just so you get the changes with the melody at the same time. So here's the little bit that you want to study. That's your first chord. It's a B major 7, but you can play a B6-9. I'm going to play this little excerpt, this little pattern, just this much. Let's just break down that much. That's the pattern that repeats in the first 4 measures and in the second 4 measures. So it looks like this, B6-9. You can just play the top of it, but here is that shape. That's what I consider a C shape, meaning attached to this B form. Now the next shape is this D7 in its E form. I'm thinking caged rules. Then it's going to go to a G major 7 in an A form, coming out of this form. So think about simple forms. That's the secret. So C form B, E form D, A form G. I'm going to jump here and play also with the E form and the A form of the B flat and the E flat. Now, what did I do? I played a B flat 13 because the 13th of that B flat is in the melody, and then this E flat major 7, or I can play a 6-9. Those are 2 options for the same thing. You can always choose between going C form and A form for that first chord in the phrase. Option 1, option 2. Now, when you take a pattern like that, you have choices of how to voice it. For instance, this B flat 13, you could take that note and move it to the E string and play that voicing like this. Same phrase, but now I have this. It's a little bit more motion to get from point A to point B. But that's the first thing you want to get together. Now, in the next 4 measures, you have that same phrase happening in G. It looks like this. To put them together, there's a little 2-5 that leads to that G. Now I'm going to show you just one pattern for the 2-5 that we're going to use for every 2-5 in this whole tune. This is a 2-5 leading to G. This is A minor in the E minor form, going to a D9 in what I consider to be the C form. I see it on this orientation of the D, right? So I call this a C form because that's where I see the triad. That's how I play a 2-5-1. 2-5-1, C form G. That's the one that connects those first 2 phrases. Let's build it from the beginning. Here's the 2-5 to the second pattern. Now the rest of the tune is just 2-5-1s, and it's really easy to track when you use these patterns. I can go 2-5 to E flat, so that's F minor, B flat to the E flat, 2-5-1 to G, 2-5-1 to B, 2-5-1 to E flat, and then the last measure of the tune just turns around to B out of nowhere. It doesn't really follow the pattern. Why do I say it doesn't follow the pattern? Well, the pattern went to E flat, then a major third away, major third down, I mean, to that G, major third down to the B, major third down to the E flat, and if it was another major third down from that point, it would have been to the key of G, but it doesn't do that. It just restarts the tune, right? And then I go. So here's the whole head. 1, 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4. So I would consider this skill 1 because it teaches you the melody and it teaches you the changes. Now, after you got that, what you want to do is walk a half-time bass line pretty much in position. So for the first 2 measures of that fast harmonic pattern, this part, what you really want to remember is if you're playing half notes, then it's 1 note per chord. B major 7, D7, G major 7, B flat 7. Now, it works out in giant steps that every single time you're holding a chord for 4 beats, whenever you alternate root and fifth, the next change is just a half step down from that fifth. Watch this. B major 7, D7, G major 7, B flat 7, E flat major, alternating, down a half step to the 2-5. G, B flat, E flat, F sharp, B, it's fifth, half step down is F minor, B flat 7, E flat alternating, half step down, fifth, half step down, fifth, half step down, fifth. Now here's the only part where that doesn't happen, that very last turnaround, because it doesn't cycle. You have to actually catch that one and just play a 2-5 to B. That's the only part where you can't rely on that. But what you can do for that last change is to just like walk it down. See, I'm just walking it down a half step down to connect. It just becomes like this connection thing. So here's that half note bass line in time. 1, 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, the next thing, like I just started doing, is adding chords to that. So in jazz, one thing that you really want to make sure you're trying to do is keep the soprano in motion. It sounds like absolute dog shit when your soprano line starts crashing and just hanging out on the same notes and repeating notes. It kills the line. So wherever you're starting, let's say this is a typical place to start, this B major 7, you want to take a look at the top line you're playing and make sure that you're moving it. So I'm going to go from this B major 7 to this D9 to this G major 7 to this B flat 13 to this E flat 6. Listen to that. Now, if I get there to that place where it's held for, the chord is held for 4 beats, that E flat is 4 beats long, I don't want to just stop the melody just because the chord is moving slower. Maybe I want 2 voicings for the same kind of chord quality. Just move something in the scale that sounds good. So B major 7, D9, G major 7, B flat 13, E flat with the 5th on top, E flat with the 6th on top. I held that note. You know, maybe I don't want to do that. It makes a little melody, and that's what you want to have in the music. So play it as slow as you need to play it to have the awareness of the counterpoint, the bass moving and the soprano moving. So that's the basic idea. I'm sort of just moving voices freely while playing the chords. Now, the next thing you want to do is just use 1, 2, 3, 5 patterns. That's what everybody learns. It's kind of cliche. It's also kind of difficult because it's easy on guitar going up, but going down, it's a lot harder. Now, the reason to use 1, 2, 3, 5 patterns is that they are the same on major 7 chords and dominant chords. And they're mainly used for the fast part that's moving through a lot of changes, not for those 2, 5, 1s. So a basic pattern would be 1, 2, 3, 5 on the B, 1, 2, 3, 5 on the D, 1, 2, 3, 5 on the G, 1, 2, 3, 5 on the B flat, 1, 2, 3, 5 on that E flat. So you can practice that kind of thing. Now, descending, it's a fucking nightmare. It's a lot harder to do that because what you really are asking yourself to do at that point is see 1, 2, 3, 5, this pattern, as a sort of scale. So the best way you could start mapping that out in your mind is with caged, right? If I see B like this, well, I have to now navigate that change with 1, 2, 3, 5s. 1, 2, 3, 5. Now, 1, 2, 3, 5 is just like a triad with a 2. If I can see my B arpeggio, I'm just adding 2s to it. So that's my A form 1, 2, 3, 5. I can play it here too. Here's my G form 1, 2, 3, 5. My E form, another E form fingering. Here's another one for the B. Here's the D form. I have to see it here. The C form. Now, to see that changing from a B to a D chord requires you to be able to voice lead them. So I'm going from here, which is what I consider the A form of the B, to the C form of the D, to the E form of the G. So wherever I land, I just continue the pattern, right? 1, 2, 3, 5, 5 of D, 3, 2, 1, 3 of G, 2, 1, 2, 1 of B flat major with a G form, 2, 3, 5, 3, 5, 1, 2 of the E flat. So that's how you want to think about this exercise. It's actually super involved if you're doing it for real. If you're teaching yourself one lick that just is a pattern that you're applying and just not knowing your ass from your elbow and not connecting it to harmony and the guitar, sure, you can do that. But that's kind of like a survivalist type strategy where you just like take a pocket knife and, you know, have a lot of uses for this one little tool, and it's supposed to get you out of trouble. But if you're actually trying to see how the harmony's moving, you have to see the triads moving. So in this tune, you don't hear a lot of people use substitutions for the major 7 chords, for the B major 7s, the G major 7s, and the E flat major 7s, meaning the resolution points. Those are either addressed as major 7s or 6/9 chords. But the 5 chords do get substituted quite often, and there are 2 main ways you could use substitutions for them. You can replace them with the 7 chords from the key, meaning the 7 half diminished chords from the key that they belong to, or the 4 chords. Let's talk about that for a second. So the 4 chords is a really powerful thing to do. I'll teach you this little trick. Here's the first chord, B flat major 7. Now, in place of the D7, I'm thinking a whole step down from it, major 7. What does that give me? C major 7. Think about it. That D7 comes from the key of G. It's the 5 chord in the key of G. I'm taking the 4 chord from that same key and using it to resolve. It gives me this access point to the harmony that's a lot easier to think about. And this is where the secret really begins. It's not going to shrink your balls though. This is B major 7, going to C, that's the 4 chord of G, going to G. Now I'm going to use A flat major 7 to move to E flat. It's 4 chord. 2, 5, G, half step up, E flat, half step up to B. Now, I don't have to use that substitution. I can also use a different substitution, the one built on the 3rd of the dominant. Look how similar that is though. If I'm going from the B major 7 to D9, like this F sharp in the bass gives me F sharp minor 7 flat 5. But if I invert that to the second inversion, that's just like a C Lydian chord. That F sharp minor 7 flat 5 with C in the bass is this. That's almost the same sound as C major 7. It's like a C Lydian. C sharp 11 has a 6 and a 3rd. But listen how that connects back to G. What did I do there? Well, I used this chord to get to G, and then I used this chord. This is B flat 13. That's a D minor 7 flat 5. Same exact trick, right, to get here. Between those 2 substitutions, you could really connect your chordal playing through those set of changes. You have mixing both of them. That second cadential pattern. I use this E Lydian to move to the B. Wherever I have the long 2/5s in the tune, I can replace the 2/5 with the relative 4 chord from the key they come from. So the first 2/5, long 2/5 here, is F minor B flat. Well, the 4 chord in that key of E flat is A flat major 7. So I can think A flat major 7 for 2 measures moving to E flat for 1 measure instead of thinking F minor B flat, E flat. Same goes moving to G, I can use C major, and moving to B, I can use E major. Check out some example for lines over this. Hear that sound? It's pretty cool. Cool, so now let's check out that way of navigating the harmony as lines. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. If you dig this content, please leave a comment below for a chance to win a full month on the best Patreon on the fucking planet. And you have a very good chance of winning. I believe in your luck. You're good at lotteries. Also, check out the merch. We have Namaste shirts that you're going to want. And subscribe, like, tell your grandparents about it, and we'll see you next time.